Colts Neck, New Jersey is one of, if not the most scenic town that we have here in Monmouth County. Equestrian estates, farmland for miles, apple picking, and much more. So on today's video, I want to take you on a driving tour and show you what Colts Neck really looks like from the different neighborhoods, Dorbrook Park, and others. But before we get started, if it's your first time to the channel, my name is Steve McCutcheon, and I'm a realtor at Berkshire Hathaway. And on the Live in Central Jersey channel, we cover everything related to the Central Jersey real estate market. So if you'll be the first one to know what's going on in their Monmouth or Ocean County real estate, feel free to click the bell, hit the subscribe button. Let's get this video started. So we're going to kick things off on the western side of Colts Neck. And the first neighborhood that we're checking out is the Grande. It's one of the few, I would say, true residential communities in town with more of a neighborhood layout versus what you're going to see with the rest of Colts Neck pretty much. So in here, you're going to find center hall colonials and larger traditional homes. Think 4-5 beds, basements, 2-car garages, and half-acre lots. So that's actually going to be on the smaller side for Colts Neck, whereas you see later on, you're going to, one lot's basically a minimum for every other house. This area is great for buyers who want to live in the Colts Neck zip code, but don't necessarily want acres of land to maintain, like you just mentioned. It's close to Route 18 for commuting and offers great value compared to other parts of town. Probably the only community in Colts Neck that has public water and sewer. Most of the town's going to be on well and septic, so if that's kind of a game breaker or a deal breaker for you, this might be a better spot to be looking. Prices will vary in between about $750,000 up to about $975,000, but they don't really cross that $1 million mark just yet, where most of the homes here in Colts Neck, especially single families, do. And here we're making our way back onto Route 537 and go towards the rest of Colts Neck. This first part of this video, you'll notice a little bit of rain on the screen. I apologize. The weather app on my phone lied to me a little bit, but the majority of the rest of the video won't have that. So you might see some windshield wipers a little bit. And then heading throughout the rest of town here, the western side of Colts Neck, it's going to be a little bit more developed than you'll see throughout the latter portion of the video, without a doubt. Coming up on the left right here is a pretty talked about community. It's called Lavana at Colts Neck. It's built by Kushner. And essentially, this project was in the works for a while, had a long time to get passed. Oh, these are all going to be rentals, by the way. But with the new affordable housing laws, it made sense to finally get this one approved. Not everyone in town is going to love it. It really doesn't fit the character by any means. Where this is Colts Neck has very strict zoning laws, what I'm trying to get at pretty much. And this would never have been even close to being approved 10, 15 years ago. But with the new affordable housing laws and needing mandatory amount of units, it kind of made sense to do so. On the right here will actually be Colts Neck High School. And then this is going to be part of the Freehold Regional High School District. So Colts Neck is going to have two different school districts, one being Colts Neck, so K through 8, and then Colts Neck High School being part of the Freehold Regional District. So it's very nice. I mean, you will be paying taxes in the two of them, so it's a little bit more expensive, definitely on that part. But the Colts Neck High School is one, highly regarded as well as the K through 8, but being a part of it, your child when they're in 8th grade can apply something called the magnet program, and then they can actually attend any of the other 5 high schools in the district if they choose to. So each one specializes in something. For instance, Colts Neck will be ROTC, which is like a more military program. Manalapan has police and EMS called LEPS. Then Marlborough's the business school, and the list goes on and on. So it's very competitive, hard to get into, but if your child does, they'd get busing to those schools because they are within the same district. So again, it might not be at the right time that they want to get up for school, but it is very possible. So definitely something to look into if your child's interested. Now this is going to be Route 34 we're making a right onto. We're going to check out Delicious Orchards because I think it's a staple here in Colts Neck and one of the best spots. But up and down this roadway, this is going to be like your main business district and a lot of different small businesses. And again, because it's not, they have strict zoning laws, you're not going to see Targets or Walmarts or any of that really in Colts Neck. You're going to have to drive outside of the town for that. But it is very highly small business oriented. So Delicious Orchards, the heart and soul of Colts Neck, famous apple cider donuts, deli, bakery, farmers market. You'll actually see later on the video where they package and they farm everything that goes into here. But one of the best spots. It's open year round. It brings small town country charm to the area. It's also the day before Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving Day. They have thousands upon thousands of pies that they push out of here. And as we finish up with Delicious Orchards, straight across there, that white barn that I got a quick glimpse of, that's actually going to be Source Brewery. Really solid spot to check out. And then behind them is actually going to be Trump National. It's a golf course, and they even do like weddings and stuff. I've been to one before, definitely on the higher end, higher class. But it's an awesome spot to do. If you have the money to get a wedding there, would highly recommend checking that out. Now we're going to head on our way down to Dorbrook Park, which is probably the biggest spot in the area. It's athletic fields, a couple different walking trails, and you'll see in a second. But if we continued straight here on Route 34, this would also bring us to kind of similar what you're seeing right now, just different businesses on each side. We'll take us a quick pit stop into this shopping plaza real fast, and then we'll head on to the park. And after crossing over Route 34, this is where the tours are going to start to become a lot more scenic. You'll be able to kind of see the different farms, the rolling hills, some of the equestrian estates, everything that pretty much Colts Neck is basically known for, right? So just wanted to give you a quick heads up with that. So if you start seeing just a bunch of farmland, that's where we're at right now. And right now we're pulling into Dorbrook Park. On the right side, that would have been the football field and soccer fields. Here you're going to see a couple different recreations, but they have everything from a couple different walking trails, basketball courts, tennis courts. I think pickleball is also included on those. They're going to have a Sprayground, I guess if you want to call it that. Some of these parts aren't accessible by car. You have to go park it, but we'll just kind of give you a quick snapshot of what it looks like. After Dorbrook Park, we're going to go check out two more complexes or two more developments real fast. We're going to take the scenic route, just kind of enjoy the view a little bit of what Colts Neck is really like. I know it's a little cloudy today, but I think it's actually probably one of the best times to shoot Colts Neck with the fall and leaves changing and the whole color scheme. So just enjoy it for a little while. Now, as we're pulling up to Flanks Road, if we were making a left, but if we were to make a right, that actually start to bring you into Lincroft, Brookdale Community College. Their main campus is going to be over there. Colts Neck or Christian Brothers Academy, CBA, will also be here, and that's going to be one of the top private high schools that we have in Monmouth County. It's an all boys school, but yeah, those two basically right back to back over next to each other. And then now we're going to be heading on to the next development. So here we just pulled into Green Hill Estates. I think it's one of Colts Neck's most prestigious luxury subdivisions, known for its impressive estate-style homes, serene private settings. Properties here typically range between about 6,000 to 7,000 square feet, offer 5 to 6 beds, high-end finishes, expensive layouts, designed for more upscale living. Most homes here will sit on 2+ acre lots, giving owners plenty of space, privacy, and beautiful landscaped grounds. With the recent prices and closed sales, you're looking in between about $2.5 to $2.8 million range, and Green Hill Estates remains one of Colts Neck's most sought after communities for buyers seeking luxury, land, and true estate lifestyle. But it is going to run you a little bit of money too. And believe it or not, there are still plenty of homes in Colts Neck that are going to even outpace these in terms of prices. So as we wrap up here at Green Hill Estates, we're going to be heading over to our last subdivision of the day, Clover Hill. This one will be like the mid-tier between the two. So the first development we saw in the beginning of the video, I'd say that's more in like the low end in terms of price points for Colts Neck. What we just saw was kind of towards like the higher end, even though I said that some can be even higher. And then this last development is going to be the more northwestern section of town, and this will kind of be like right between the two of them. All right, so we just pulled into the Clover Hill subdivision located in northern part of Colts Neck. And this will border with kind of like the Marlboro Township area. Homes here would generally go between about like 850 on the low end to about like 1.5 million-ish, somewhere in that range. Kind of depends on the sizes, the updates. Square footage will start around 2,400, but go as high as about 3,600 in this neighborhood. Lot sizes here will also be different compared to our first neighborhood, whereas each of these homes will be at least 1 acre compared to the Grande, but maybe not as much as we just saw in Green Hill Estates with 2+. Now, the design in these homes won't be very cookie cutter, so if that's something you like, this might not be the area for you, but if you're someone that wants to be a little bit different than your neighbor, this might be an excellent spot. Now, pretty much wrap us up for this driving tour of Colts Neck. Let me know in the comments, was it the town itself kind of what you imagined it might be? Was it a little bit different? Maybe too much farmland? Just enough? Love to hear your thoughts. With that being said, though, if you are thinking about buying or selling in the Colts Neck area, feel free to reach out. All my contact information is down low in the comments and description. So whether you're 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, even a year out, doesn't matter to me. Let's just get you on the right path towards your real estate goals. If you're looking to move to a different part of the Central Jersey area, check out the 2 videos popping up and hopefully they help you out a little bit too. Have a great day.